Wait, let me zoom out. Stand there for a second. Hey, that's fucking hot. That's hot. Ooh, yummy. Rrrr, mamadita. Ito.
Okay. So, I saw this reel yesterday, and it was these two women, and they did this thing, and this is in England, this is a real thing. They made a video of themselves, like, wearing these robes, and then this guy, this Pakistani guy, comes to the door, and is delivering them a Domino's pizza. And so they're like, oh, thank you very much, I'm not taking it. And then what happens is they are like, oh, we have a tip for you. And then they disrobe themselves and they're entirely naked. And they have this on camera, and he's just like, and they're just like, he's like, can I see again? And they're like, That is distortion. Those women should be in fucking jail. Even if he liked it or whatever. And this is why, from my perspective, pornography should be banned. Women being in this usage of their sexual energy in this way, like, if a man did that, he would literally be in fucking jail. Like, there is, like, literal accounts of Uber drivers, of, like, these people coming in to knock on the door, delivering food, going in, and fucking raping women. But then what happens is you have women at this end of literally, just like putting themselves up in a way where they're actually exhibiting pure trash behavior. And the thing is like, we need to be in actual, like, ownership of that energy and not excuse that, right? And someone might be like, oh, but liberated sexuality, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, allow them to be that way, whatever. And it's like, no. That is an entirely inappropriate situation. That is a distorted expression of eros. And so, it's not a free-for-all, right? It's not like an energy. It's not like this place or this thing where it's like, oh, like, let's just allow it all to hang out, and, like, I own my eros and my sex, so, like, I'm down to be just, like, off with it, and this is, like, you know, this is liberated woman sexuality. Like, what goes into the danger is actually when you are in an unconscious relationship with that thing inside of you, and when you are in usage of it. And so the funny thing is that there's the woman who owns her eros and her sex, and she's in self-possession of it, but she is in conscious relationship with it. There are distorted ways that you may be expressing your sexuality, and it is because of the way that you are in relationship to it. And so the journey is like a deep shadow work journey of, like, where you are in usage, where you are in not actual correct relationship with power. Let's talk about power. The truth about power is that it can harm, it can be power over, it can be coercion, it can try and grab, like, it can do all of these different things that are actually really off. And so we're playing with these things that aren't a taboo. Like, sexuality is a taboo, power is a taboo, eros is a taboo, aliveness is a taboo. And, like, when you're in a relationship with these energies and you're just, like, either in suppression and complete and utter denial of them, or you're in a distorted relationship, as in, like, you know, playing them out super hardcore, playing them out really unconsciously, what happens is, like, that is what makes it dangerous. And then that's what ends up happening, is why a whole society hates the feminine. The society hates the feminine and teaches you to hate the feminine because the feminine is so powerful. Everyone knows that the feminine plays a massive role in the male psyche. Like, the feminine knows, every woman knows that the feminine plays a massive role and has a lot of space inside of the psyche of men. And the thing is like, a woman who's unaware of that will use that in a way that is manipulative, overpowering, controlling, and off. And I'm not saying you're here to like save men from their own journey of like needing to go through and actually like really, you know, getting into the right relationship with themselves so that they're not so like at the whims of the feminine. But like the only reason why we like love her, then hate her, and want to control her, and want to tame her, and want to cage her, and want to, you know, put her in like a fucking hijab to be entirely covered and not showing anything is because it's like she's got fucking power. Like she has got fucking power. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. And so it's not about just being a woman who's like, I'm just gonna own this and I'm gonna like fuck your boyfriend and I'm gonna be like, you know, doing all sorts of twisted shit with it. Or I'm gonna be on Instagram like manipulating to like, you know, get. But it's about integration of these things that are dangerous when you're out of integrity with them and when you're in expression of them. So that is the kind of work that we are moving through in Loba Dangerous Woman. And what you actually walk out of Loba Dangerous Woman with is a felt sense of sobriety with your power. And it's a felt sense of like deep ownership of what you carry, but not being asleep to it and not being numb to it, not pretending it's not there, not really understanding it. And what this allows you to do is this allows you to walk in the world not like meek and small and like, but also not overpowering. You know, this came up last night during the taster call. There's like women who, and I've been one of these women, so I know this very deeply. There's women who play into the role of, I am a really empowered woman and can't nobody come near me, and like I like just am like in full control. And there's such an exhaustion inside of that. There's such a deep exhaustion and loneliness and feeling of never really being able to be met inside of that. And what that woman actually longs for and what's inside of her power is when she actually fully surrenders. And that is like her deepest power, is like when she like lets go of that usage of that energy in a way that like really ends up making her exhausted, making her burn out, making her feel like in order to have things in her life, she has to work really hard and perform and control in order to have it. Because she's using will power, she's using force to have it. And inside of her lives a deep fear of, if I let go entirely, if I strip back, if I get raw, what inside of me will remain? What or who will actually be here? And that is where your true power lives. It's like when you strip it all back. Because overdoing, over-controlling, this like power over all this kind of shit, it's like using your sex to like hook him back in, it's like using of your like bigness or your or like whatever it might be, is fucking exhausting you. It's not power. It's deeply disempowered. So the dangerous woman is actually soft. She's actually surrendered. And she backs herself deeply. Like she actually really backs herself deeply. She has her sword intact, but there's not a misuse of it. So that is who you're meeting during Loba Initiation's Dangerous Woman. Come meet her.